this mic is not actually amplifying, but it's for the recorder. So anytime we have discussion, just make sure you always talk into a mic, and that way your voice will be captured for the recording, which we plan to make available on our website. So thank you everyone for coming. My name is Emily Wilcox. I am an assistant professor in the Chinese program over in the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, and working together with a group of people from the Chinese program, the Confucius Institute, and the School of Education, working together on an internationalization grant that was funded through the Reeves Center for International Studies. And as you probably know, today is the second of 2 campus-wide presentations that we have given on this project. And so thank you so much for coming. It's also nice to be at the School of Education, a place that I don't come very often. The presentation that we're giving today is actually part of a project called the William and Mary China Initiative for Film and New Media. And so this project was created by the 3 units that I mentioned, and we applied for funding, which will be ongoing, and this is the first semester in which we've started to put together projects using the funding that we got through the Reeves Center. And so this is the website that we'll be referring to throughout today's presentation. You can see the address at the bottom. And the website will serve as a resource. So if you're interested in going back and taking a look at some of the materials that we mentioned in today's presentation, most of them will be posted on the website. And we'll continue to refer to it throughout the talk today. So as I mentioned, this is a project that involves 3 William and Mary units funded by the Reeves Center. And we have 2 international partner universities located in Beijing, China. So Tsinghua University and Beijing Normal University. And I'm just going to read you the mission statement and the goals of our project. Taking advantage of existing expertise and international collaboration already present at William and Mary, and building new international projects that further connect William and Mary with institutions of higher education in China. This project seeks to establish a new initiative for research and implementation of cross-cultural digital learning in higher education. Film and new media can serve as effective platforms and mediums for foreign language learning, cross-cultural education, and international collaboration. However, finding successful strategies for the integration of such platforms and media into existing programs at William and Mary requires further exploration and new partnerships. In particular, collaborative research between experts on higher education pedagogy and cross-cultural communication. Through a joint initiative between the Department of Modern Languages, the School of Education, and the Confucius Institute, we seek to develop, implement, assess, and document new projects that integrate cross-cultural education through film and new media into undergraduate and graduate education at William and Mary, while making William and Mary a center for research on digital learning in cross-cultural pedagogy. And we were inspired in the Department of Modern Languages by work that some of our colleagues were already doing. So for example, on the left you see the Post-Bubble Culture website, which is a Japanese popular culture studies project that is student-generated research material that has been put together by Professor Rachel Denito, and she's been running that website for a couple of years now. And the one on the bottom you'll see is a collection of documentary material and field research, visual ethnography that has been put together by the Study Abroad program in St. Petersburg through the Russian Studies. So these are things that William and Mary faculty are already doing, quite cutting edge initiatives that we want to highlight and also expand on as part of our project. So these are some of the projects that we are working on currently and will be working on through the summer and through next year. And we'll be touching on most of these projects in the presentation today. And now I'd like to take an opportunity to introduce the participating faculty who are here today. So I already introduced myself, Emily Wilcox, and we have Jim Barber from the School of Education, if you could just raise your hand. I think most people know him. We have Junfang or Fangjun or Philip from the Chinese program. Mark Hofer from the School of Education. Daniel Husband is not here today. We have Ma Hua, who is both in the School of Education and in the Chinese program. So he's one of our great links between these 2 groups. Jeremy Stoddard, School of Education. Yanfang Tang couldn't be here today. She is the director of the Confucius Institute. And Yu Peng, or Billy, raise your hand. He's in the Chinese program along with myself. And so please feel free to get in touch with us if you have questions after the presentation today. So now I'd like to introduce Jeremy Stoddard, who will be speaking to us about his work on visual ethnography.